Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we are in Minecraft today. We're going to pick up where we left off on Saturday, working on level 3 of the command center. We might even put a roof on today, depending on how far we get. We've got a couple of block decisions to make, but it might be something we just have to do the whole thing. The floor, the ceiling, and the block that we think is good, and then we'll make a decision later. We will have opportunities to do this a few more times, so making the wrong decision now is not the end of the world. I just want to make the right decision before we do this on all of the 4 wings. So that's the plan. If you are coming in fresh, then you should know that I co-host the SpongeChunks podcast with my friend Pixel Riffs. And this week we had CubFan135 from Hermitcraft on the show. That's available now. It's on YouTube. It's on Spotify. It's available on all of your favorite podcasting networks. There's a video version on YouTube and Spotify as well. And you can go listen to us talk with CubFan. For patrons, it was almost 2 hours or a little over that. The show itself was close to 2 hours as well. It was a really fun conversation, deep dive into the mechanics and different things that Cub likes about Minecraft, how he got started in the game. It was really, really fun. And it was really cool of Cub to take the time to come and hang out with us on the show. So we're looking forward to having more guests on the podcast in the future. It's a little tricky now that we've got a video format with both Pix and I present to do like a 3-person podcast. We've done that before, but with audio it's quite easy. There's been guests in the past since we've done the video, but it's usually been because Pix has been out of town or I was ill, and so it's still just a 2-person podcast at that point, even though there's a guest. So we have to figure out some things, I think, in the future, but it's going to be a good time, I think, bringing in people to the podcast in the future. So check it out. It's available for free. And if you like it, tell your friends. We've put a lot of work into it, so I think you'll enjoy it. We are in the nether right now. I'm getting some more golden nuggets for carrots. That's the plan so far today. So let's just jump right in. I need to get more things. Been here for a little while in the pre-show, but not terribly long. So I want to make sure I get a decent amount of golden nuggets. And yes, CubFan streams on Twitch, and thank you for the shout out, Sandy. It's CubFan135, exactly as you expect that to be spelled. You can go and follow him on Twitch. Twitter's the same, YouTube is the same. Bally, thanks. I'm glad you liked the episode. These guys are stuck. Maybe the other guys will push him in. There we go. So other than Bali, has anybody else listened to this episode? Nadila, good to see you. Hello. Oh, Zero, you're sick. That sucks. Sorry to hear that. Blue, you liked the episode as well? Cool. Yeah, I'm glad that people are liking it. It's always fun to get a new perspective on the podcast. Caught the first 45 minutes? Nice. You hope Mojang doesn't listen to Cub on the nether roof. I know it's OP and a Java bug, but as a casual player, it saves me so much time. We don't go on the nether roof on the Citadel. We decided as a rule that we would do it, I guess, the old-fashioned way, or the way that it was intended. We don't. This zombie piglin farm is in a lava lake. Goon and Katie, your son listened to it throughout the week on the way to school? Well, it's only been out since yesterday. So did they finish it already? Or were you thinking about last week's episode? Really, the YouTube video has only been out since this morning. Oh, you haven't finished it yet. Cool. That's cool that you listen to it together. That's a fun. It's always cool to hear stuff like that. It's one of the reasons why we keep it so family friendly. All right, I think that's probably good. We don't need to be here forever. Should have enough. Does anybody know if it's something to do with mods or a bug in the game? And this happens in Hightail as well, so it might be my mouse. But when I go into an inventory, like right now, my cursor is in the middle of the screen. And when I go into this chest, my cursor is exactly where I expect it to be. But sometimes when I do this, I go into an inventory and my cursor is way over here. And it makes no sense at all to me. Alright, that's not a lot of gold, but hopefully it'll get us through. As a casual player, I don't want to spend so much time spawn proofing the nether for a farm. That's why I still don't have a wither skeleton farm. I just built mine in lava lakes. I had to do some spawn proofing, but I think that the thing about spawn proofing everything is that the rates that you get are far beyond what you actually need. Like, I built that wither skeleton farm once. I've used it once, and that was 5 or 6 years ago. I've never had to use it again because I got so many skulls the first time I used it that it didn't matter. So I think that sometimes moderate rates are fine. All right, I need to do carrots. This is not going to get me very many. Well, it'll be enough for today. I hope. First things first, we trade for quartz. We are going through that quickly. So last time we were working on the bulkheads up top, we decided that polished deep slate and smooth quartz was the way to go. I'm also going to bring an extra block of iron up with me. Where are we with smooth quartz? Yeah, so I'm going to smelt probably full stack. So here we've got the smooth quartz with like a double polished deep slate thing going on. I don't know if we're going to do something with lights in it, or if we're going to do something with a solid door. We could probably have lights here and lights there. One of the things I need to do today is put in some stone underneath this dirt. So maybe we'll start with that while we're waiting for the quartz to cook. And my stone, I think, is still downstairs. Yep. So what I want to do is going to be a real pain. Maybe I should start on the side. I could maybe start in the middle. We do have this thing going down the middle. So I've got this happening here. What I want to do is put down 2 layers of stone, because it'll give us some depth to design the floor. I think I should be able to maybe we'll put scaffolding ladder here. Oh, where's my scaffolding? I thought I had that on me. Oh, there it is there. Guess I should think about moving this gas too, shouldn't I? Where am I going to put you? I feel like that should be big enough. Use your gold for your XP to repair the gear. Yeah. I was thinking if I could figure out if there's new mechanics for like a portal farm. I was kind of wondering if I could create a zombie piglin portal farm here on the Mushroom Island, where I could just passively collect gold in the background. I mean, I could also the thing I really should do is create a trading hall for farmers for golden carrots. Probably the best thing to do, right? I don't know if that's big enough. It might be. what I wanted to do. Should be big enough. There we go. I imagine the south one is probably going to be the one that we do last, so we'll put him over there. Although, actually, if I need him, maybe we'll just put him next door. Guess I should put a row of diorite in there just to kind of separate it out from the outside edge. Oh, do I not have that up here? I guess I don't. I'm gonna get some of this back, but anyway. Oh, chunk bases, I mean, that's just an online tool. We did stuff like that to make sure that the biomes we wanted were within range. I don't think Minecraft has been around for so long. I don't think using online tools is at all a wrong way to play. Especially if you've played it for a while and you're like, yeah, I've done this before. Like I know how to explore the world. I know how long it can take to find XYZ. Then you're just saving yourself time. I think there's something to be said for not like referring to the wiki and doing all that kind of stuff the first time you play. But when it's just, you know, your 12th start or something like that, I mean, my gosh, use the tools that are available to you. But I do think that the roof of the Nether is kind of a make easy mode, and that's what I don't like about it. And that's just a personal preference. That's got no shade to anybody that uses the Nether roof. I mean, gosh, content creators and players that I respect a lot use the Nether roof. This is not taking as long as I thought it was going to, which is good. For golden carrots, you just use villagers and farmers and trade with them because gold farm is more work. Yeah. But if I need gold for other things like rails or stuff like that. Yeah, we don't do TNT duping on the server either. There's nothing in place to prevent it. It's just a kind of a, you know, a honor system rule. So anybody coming in just new and wonders what the heck am I doing? I like to have some depth in my floor designs, and when you have a giant air pocket underneath, it's a real pain to like put lights buried underneath things. So we do it this way. Actually, I'll leave that the way that it is for now. And we should turn the lights on. Yeah, there's no real right or wrong way to play Minecraft once you kind of get into it. I think the only thing that I would really say is maybe a dishonest way of playing is if you were presenting content as if you were playing in survival, but you were using creative mode, or you were, you know, using commands to give yourself materials or weapons and stuff like that. Like, then it's just like, all right, well then it's not about playing the game. At that point, you're just being dishonest. But, you know, I don't think there's a lot of people that do that. And if they do and they get caught, then like people just stop watching. Switch over to diorite over here. The reason I'm switching is because the stone is the same color as the outside block. So I want to use something just a little bit different so I know if I'm mining stuff out that I don't end up putting a hole in the wall. I'm gonna have to go get more stone, I think. Xenia Reacts, welcome in. Oops. So I'm trying to decide, like, as I'm laying down these blocks, I'm trying to figure out what would be a good pattern for the floor. I like what we did here a lot more than what we did in the other room. It's only 2 blocks deep, so that's good. I definitely want to have some glass, that's for sure. I also realize that I keep on leaving these things open. I may replace these with crafters at some point. Let's just bring both of you upstairs. The purple glass, quartz, terracotta. Almost like the water. I might need to make the water column go up a little bit farther, but then I guess then it's going to show up there. I might have to come up with a different way to hide that, because you lose your momentum. And glass. Oh, that's weird. It doesn't matter normally, but when there's symbols on the top, they look sideways. All right, so we think we're going to have gray concrete and polished stuff up there. So let's continue that around, and we'll see if we can come up with something cool. Cyan terracotta, gray concrete. Probably going to need more gray concrete. What did I do over here? Did I do 2 blocks? And 2, 1, 1. 3, 4, 5. Some of this music reminds me of Satisfactory. Let's go with all this deep slate. Didn't bring up my other deep slate, I don't think. Right, that doesn't look terrible. And we'll get some deep slate stairs, I guess. Not stairs, slabs. Oh, maybe I have to make some. Yep, probably gonna need some more concrete. I'll have to go make some. Where did I put the other sand that was full? Wasn't full. With the gravel or with the concrete? Wasn't with the gravel. There it is. I needed more dye. Like that you need to go all the way to the end to get the good view. Yeah, no, I think that's kind of cool too. On the top floor. I'm gonna need some daylight. I guess we'll just, maybe I should think about building a concrete maker. Wouldn't take very much. Where would I put it? Probably just in one of these little situations. Why don't we put it Over here somewhere? Yeah. So for that, I'm going to need a bucket of water. And I can just make it with diorite, and I will need a wooden sign. I just need a couple more things. I need 2. Oh, and logs. Yeah, I guess we'll put it here. Why not? Oh, is this going to be open? Water goes there, concrete goes there, sign goes there, and then roof. Should be good. And I just need water. No, like I don't have room for one? No, exactly, right? I was using a lot of concrete until just the last couple of streams. Should be good. I might have to put a little barrier there. Hopefully work. I got the sign in the wrong spot. Sign's in the wrong spot. That's where it needs to be. There we go. Oh yeah, there's a huge coral reef around most of this island. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I'd like to try to incorporate the color from the coral into the builds somehow, but I'm not really sure how to do it because coral has such a unique texture that doesn't look very sci-fi, so I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. I might be able to work it in if I decide to do any kind of like alien foliage or some sort of like unique thing like that, but it's hard because you have to have water next to it in order for that to work. I'm assuming most people know how to make these, but the reason why there's wood behind it is because it takes a really long time for your pickaxe to mine the wood. If I had stone around it, I'd probably blow through it pretty quick because we've got haste 2 in the region. So it means I don't destroy my own concrete maker. There's a nicer way to do these too. Like you can make them a lot smaller. You can make them a little bit more efficient in terms of picking up the blocks, but I'm not overly worried about it. 4 stacks works for me. So I feel like with this shape, we should try to accentuate it a little bit, maybe. I like the idea of having like a double border at least. This is all subject to change, of course, because once we start figuring around with the lights, it'll probably change things a little bit. It's not bad. I kind of like that it kind of highlights things. It makes me want to maybe change this a little bit too. So we're going to move this. This is going to be actually 2 different kiosks. I said kiosk, tables, holographic displays. 1, 2, 3. I'll need at least 3 in the middle. So they're going to move over to here, I guess. Yeah, and that's going to change the way that this looks dramatically. It'll definitely help light things up though. Sandy the Thunder made you jump out of your chair? That's funny. It's weird because it's not super loud for me. Let's try a different color up here. Oh, I didn't bring the panes at all. Never mind. We'll get those. Yeah, I need to figure out how to make these work better. They're not what I want. Light blue. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to go with light blue and purple. Maybe the dark blue? Could also do more white. Not really done much for white. Oh, these are only going to be 2 blocks tall. Maybe we could end up putting another projector type thing in the ceiling so that we could have the glass go the whole way. I don't know about the blue. A little... the navy is a little deep. Oh, the headphones? Yeah. Stream has reached an hour. Thanks, Sandy. Do I have my lights up here? I do. And I need smooth quartz slabs. Actually, let's try regular slabs too. I'm not sure which is going to look better. I don't know if I like the ochre lights with the deep slate. It's not my favorite combo. Oh no. I'm out of purple. Looks okay. Coming straight on like this, you're not really going to see them. I have to do something about the floor. Feel like this is probably going to look better if it's all concrete. Yeah, we'll have to come up with another use, because we have to use something for stairs. Use something for stairs. Yeah, maybe this actually comes out farther. Whoops. That's a little bit better. Maybe we do 2 rows. Yeah, that feels a little bit more intentional. Almost as if it was a ramp instead of stairs. It's obviously not really possible to do ramps in Minecraft, but yeah. Good. Okay, cool. We'll switch that up. I need to take that break. When I get back, we'll just keep on going with some of these design experiments. If you're new to the channel, I do this about once an hour. It gives me a chance to refresh my water. You can grab a friend, grab a snack, let them know where we're streaming, and point everyone towards the latest episode of the Spawn Chunks podcast, where we interviewed CubFan135 from Hermitcraft. That's out now on your favorite podcasting platform and on YouTube. I'll be right back. Old Nintendo, hello. Good morning, Dugganites. That sounds like a sci-fi clan, like an underground dwelling society of mole people. That or some like strange mining empire on a planet, like the Dugganite Empire. We've never had a name for the community. I've been streaming. My stream anniversary is in March. Twitch always tells me the last minute and I always forget about it. So I like this. So let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I have an idea about how to incorporate the deep slate. The only thing about testing with it, of course, is it takes a while to mine up. It's not instant mine like their blocks. I mean, concrete is the same way. All right, that's not bad. If we do that, I think we need to change this shape though. Also, what do we like better? I think I like the quartz for the console rather than the smooth quartz. I think it looks a little bit more technical. Cool. So then what I was thinking was maybe we could have something here lining up with the kiosk console thing. So let's say that this was three blocks. I want to do this. But I don't want to copy what I did below, but we could make this look like a deep slate version. That might look okay. And then this would all be solid gray. Not bad. And we could put some sort of glass on top of it. Synthwave, yeah. know what color I made the other stuff. I think we tried, but you cannot move a crafter with a piston, right? You ever use auto sorter redstone thingies? How complex are they? I've been thinking about them. Yeah, I've used the auto sorter stuff before. Usually for bulk storage. I don't have anything as robust as what you might see on something like Hermitcraft where people have everything being sorted. Cubfan's sorting system this year is really cool. He's got a combination of copper golems and different stuff going on. So probably not the light gray. A dark gray is more likely. We might even try black. I think the dark gray or the black, maybe. Yeah, the Impulse SV sorting system is pretty easy to understand and set up. I agree. I think the black might look the best. Yeah. So that's one idea. It doesn't have to be exactly like that, but that's one thought. We could try something a little bit different and have mostly lights down the middle. So that to me is a little bit too distracting. I prefer this look. I think if there's anything else we could put in there. Like, I was wondering if maybe I could use hoppers. Because hoppers would also sort of hide the light. One of the things we're gonna have to do is set up a smelter project. We are starting to run low on things that we need a lot of stuff for. Redstone. I might have that in my ender chest. Yeah. We could also put like repeaters and stuff in the floor too. That could look cool. Anvils, yeah, that's another one too. I want to do this maybe without lights in it, but then I'd have this thing that's 2 blocks wide. And that doesn't really work. Did I not bring... I did. See, something like that would look cool, but then it's all centered on single blocks. I don't know about that. Maybe if we had 2 of them. But even then, that's still an even number. I wonder if these are just, they might not look like we want them to, but they're gonna hide the, yeah, anvils might be the better way to go. I was thinking about how you could see the light from the side, but you can't see it from the top. Plus my texture for hoppers has got an arrow on it. I'm curious about something like this though. It's a little repetitive. We'd have to come up with some sort of pattern for it. That's not terrible. It's really subtle. Maybe we could use slabs instead of stairs. That's not bad. I kind of want this to be darker, but we don't have anything darker with slabs unless it's tile, and tile just looks like bricks most of the time. Too dark. What could I put there? I think smooth stone is going to be too light, but we'll try it anyway. Yeah. Let's try it with the deep slate and see. The deep slate tile, I mean. Deep slate tile. And this would change, unfortunately. So on the buildings that go in that direction, the bricks should run this way, but then this is going to run sideways. So that's one of the limitations of choosing this particular texture. If we try to do it in other parts of the build, it's not going to be the same. Yeah, and I find it too distracting. Maybe we can do combo. Yeah, I kind of wonder whether we could try this. Oh. Oh, we're gonna see the wooden sides of it. That sucks. That's not terrible. I think it's subtle enough. It works. Makes me want red lights. I think it's good. I think I maybe have too many comparators down there. Like maybe we just need one every 5 blocks or something. Like half as many would be good. Although now I'm wondering if I can get in there with some red glass. What do I want to make this, though? I guess more concrete. Oh, you really can't see the red. Yeah, that didn't work the way that I thought. Okay. What can we do here then? Because I want there to be lights. I don't think copper bulbs are going to look very good. Copper bulbs might be something we could make flash. No, they'd make noise, unfortunately. And they're also orange. Redstone lamps, maybe. Again, they're very orange. Again, it would probably be something we would only do every other block. Maybe we turn the comparators around. They look so much like a window. It looks like a window pane. I don't find them very sci-fi. That's not bad either. There's just no lights. Maybe the thing to do is to not have the repeaters and just have lights in here. Maybe that's the way to do it. It's definitely different than what we did before, right? I wonder if I can do anything here. Well, it's still visible, but makes a lot of sense. That's not bad. I think I like that better than the repeaters. Any thoughts? What do we think? The lights, the frog lights, or repeaters? And maybe every once in a while we could have an observer. We're going to see the arrow though. Wait a minute. That backwards. That sort of works. Well, in that situation, we could put stairs there. Definitely don't miss bouncing around down here. always really slow trying to figure these little details out, but you have to do it sooner than later, because otherwise I find you end up painting yourself into a corner. I don't like the stairs. And I like the texture change to the deep slate tile. You really have to stretch your imagination to think about this stuff as sci-fi material sometimes, but sometimes you can get there. We're gonna have to have some lights over here too. Oops. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how to handle that part. I guess we could just do it to there for now. Yeah. Or we could bring this whole thing down. Oh no, it doesn't work. Do that at least for now. Never tried sea lanterns in this build. They're too high contrast, and the colors are too cyan around the edges. They're hard to make mesh. We could do it if we had something that was already a colored build, you know? That looks cooler, but I don't know. There's not as much contrast down here as I want. So something I really like about doing the quartz one, which, I mean, maybe that's the thing, is that now that we've changed the shape, if we made it quartz, then it could potentially be better to do and have the contrast that we want. do kind of like that it's dark. We could try andesite on this side. Looking around for the polished andesite and I'm standing right on top of it. I also wanted to try blue in the floor, maybe. That's got the contrast I'm looking for. I'm just going to put these in temporarily. It almost looks like a spine. So definitely no to the blue. Blast Jordan, hello, hello. I don't know, this might end up being too busy. I'm not liking where it lines up. Although we'd probably end up having some sort of border here. Yeah, interesting. I wonder if we could switch this out for black, the tiles. It's really jarring to walk across while you're down here. Yeah, that doesn't look very good at all. If you go too high contrast with it, it looks distracting. Yeah. I think the deep slate is more boring, but it's less distracting. Yeah, I like how the light shines between the slabs too. This looks cool, but it's like, again, it's very distracting. And now that I've said that that looks like a spine, even though this is the same shape, because this is a lighter color, I feel like this looks less like that. I don't know, with the two of them next to each other, it's gonna be a lot. Yeah, deep slate looks better, I agree. Alright, I'm gonna switch this other one out, and then unfortunately I have to wrap things up. Busy day. Start. Few more tiles. So the stuff that I like about this is I had no idea what I was going to do at the start of the stream. And I like experimenting with stuff like this. It's really kind of fun to have a idea in that I want some in-floor lighting. I want it to feel like it's part of the same, you know, structure as downstairs, but I don't want to just copy what I did before. And where do we want to put the observer? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Maybe we'll put one in the middle. I'll have to make some more. Oh, we need to do the sides over here. And the lights. Cool. That's in there. Yeah, I think if there was more than just the one observer, if it was repeated, it would probably look cool. Maybe we need to have some more flooring. Maybe this has to be like 2 sections. I don't know. Let's see. I like the gray concrete as the floor though. But between that and some lights in the ceiling in between, we should be okay. Light-wise. Cool. Sorry, it's a little bit of a shorter stream today. I have some other stuff I need to get done today. And let me just see who's live. Oh, Pix is live. We can just raid Pix. Chopping Tuesday. He'll be live for a little bit. As I mentioned earlier, Pix is my co-host on the SpongeChunks podcast. I'm sure most of you are going to be familiar with that. We interviewed Cubfan from Hermitcraft yesterday on the SpongeChunks podcast. It was a fantastic conversation. Really, really great time to talk to Cub. Super kind. He spent the full 2 hours with us for the render distance for any of our patrons. And then we also had like a good hour and 40 minutes, I think, in the show. So good times. I will send you over to Pix, who is working most likely in the mines, working on the copper project. Big dig over there on the survival guide. I will point you towards Patreon, which is where you can support me on stream. It is just my name on Patreon, and there's annual subs if you decide to go that way, but it's a fantastic way to support me. It's only $2 a month, less than a cup of coffee, and you get access to the Discord, and you get to keep me streaming. So thanks very much. Thanks for the modding, Sandy. Appreciate it, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.